I need money too. All right, we ain't gonna go ahead and play with this. We're gonna go and get right into this. Finish this on up. Let it be what it's gonna be. Yeah, I need money too. I need money too. So the first need money. We were talking about ways in people saving money and not overspending. This time we're gonna talk about what we're gonna be talking about at the first jump. Was looking for jobs. You can't tell me if you got a car in 2023, you can't make no money. You can't tell me you ain't got nothing in your house worth getting rid of so you can make some money. So let's try to run this down. All right. If I got a sofa in my house, I'm broke. All right, let me go with this story real quick before we go down that lane. I had a cousin. I think he had about like 3 kids at the time, 4 kids, 4 kids, and he's in the furniture business. So got to the point where he didn't really have no money, wasn't able to buy stuff. He literally sold everything but the beds in the house and the pots and pans to cook with, the table, dining room table, the sofa, entertainment center, TV. All he had was one TV for the kids. Sold all that stuff, got money, put it back into his business, and grinded it out. Grind out and got all that back. So, needless to say, he was doing this before the apps. He took all the stuff that he had, packed it up in his car. No, he had a truck at the time. Packed it up in his truck, and he took all this stuff to what's called now a flea market. And he ended up taking it, put it at the flea market, and was selling like crazy at the flea market. Now things are more efficient. I can actually take a picture of my sofa, take the sofa picture, upload it on Facebook Market, upload it on OfferUp, upload it on Macari, all these different sites to where people see it, they come pick it up, and pay me my money. I ain't even got to leave my house. I could just sit on my sofa till somebody hit the line, say they want to buy. Prime example now, I'm late to work. Really not late, but later than I normally go into work. Normally go into work by like 6:30, 7 o'clock, give or take a little sometimes. But today it is almost 9 o'clock. I probably get to work about 9:15, and literally I still gotta work. But the thing is this, I went and did a side job before I go in. I got a washer and dryer somebody was selling. I knew a guy needed a washer and dryer. He was willing to pay $350 for the washer and dryer. The guy has the washer and dryer. He's selling it for $250. Here's the catch. I'm the middleman. So I'm selling it to somebody else as the middleman, and I'm gonna end up making $100 on the deal. The crazy part is I ain't even charged to do the money for I ain't even charged to do money for picking it up because we family. I was like, all right, I'll sell it for you. I'm finna sell it to the guy to another guy, and I was just gonna shoot it to him for 300, make $50 off. I would say, well, that's my fee for picking it up and transferring all that, so I'm gonna do it that way. Middleman. That's how easy it is. You know, I'm the middleman. I ain't even getting all the way into it. Just being the middleman. What's going on, Jig? Hey, everybody. I know Wanda gonna do this. The Queen might do it too, but you could drop your link. Everybody pretty much has a blue check in here to the point where you can go and go to people channel There you go. My bad. Just make sure everybody got their checks, the blue checks around here, so you can, run your numbers up and do your thing. But basically, the way it is, a lot of people just sit here in 2023 say that they broke, they ain't got no money, they don't know. Like, it's hustle all around. You know, literally, the apps by selling stuff is one way. They have apps to where you can go on, purchase things. You know, you can have apps that you go on and purchase things for a small price. Um, I think it's Timu, this new app that they have that you can buy these little small trinkets and clothes and stuff and go resell it. Or you could do the Alibaba. They have the Wish where they sell these little small trinkets and stuff. You could take these things and resell them. You can literally do that. If you don't want to go big like Amazon, you can do something small with this app. Buy some little things, pennies on a dollar, then go sell it for a greater price. I remember Home Depot had a sale on I think it's called Wise camera set. You had the motion sensor, you had the camera, you had three light bulbs, all that for $25. So I went to Home Depot, I bought all of them out. They were $25. So I bought them all out. I think it was 7 to 8 of them. I went online, set them online for $75. Nobody was buying them. As soon as I dropped them things down to $50, they were selling like hotcakes. Boom, 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 coming off the shelf. Got to the last two, didn't nobody want to buy them. Hey, you know what I said? No harm, no foul. I'm good. You know, I bought them for $25. I just doubled my money. That's it. I would have liked it triple my money, but doubling my money was good. You know. So first I talked about buying. First I talked about selling things that you already have in your house. Then I talked about buying things and reselling for a higher price. Now here comes the part two. I don't got no job. I got a car. I can go DoorDash. I can go do Uber. They have literally apps that pay you to provide a service. So, like I said, once again, 2023, no excuses. If I want to make some quick cash right now, man, I got to pay my light bill in 2 days. I can run around here and DoorDash, make this money real quick. You know, I could do some Ubering. I'm going to work anyway. Why not do some Ubers before I go to work? Get up an hour early, do about 30 minutes or so Ubering, you know. Somebody might be late just like you for work. There's a guy that I know, like I said, he used to work at the IRS. And I used to I should do service for the IRS. I should do paper shred. So literally what this guy used to do, he literally used to sit there and Uber every morning on the way to work and Uber in the afternoon going back home. And you know why he did it? He said, I Uber to pay for my gas and to pay for my meals for that day. He said, all I got to do is basically three Ubers, and I got it down. As long as I do three Ubers, I can pay for my meals and my gas for that day. I literally don't have to pay nothing out of pull nothing out of my check because I'm Ubering for my meals and my gas. All I have to do is use my check to pay bills and savings. I said, man, that's a good way to do it. Then you have people that DoorDash. I know a guy I talked to. This guy was making $1,000 a week just DoorDash every day DoorDash. And people say, "Oh man, it's so much wear and tear on your car doing DoorDash and then Uber." So, what is the car supposed to be used for? To drive back and forth. Over time, that car is going to have wear and tear on it anyway. Why not make money for the wear and tear? If something happens, you got the money. Most people on average live paycheck to paycheck. That's even if you have a paycheck. Needless to say, what's going to happen if your car breaks down, you don't have a job, and the only thing you can do is Uber? Now we get into the next one. So we did selling your items in your house just to make money, make ends meet. Then we looked at ways of making money by buying things for the low and selling it for high. Then we looked at the gig apps to where you can, service DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, all these other providers. There's many more. There's a app called Dolly. If you have a pickup truck, you can pick up things, you know, deliver them to people. There's an app called Thumbtack. I'm gonna get back to that one. I used to use Thumbtack, and I told about this in a previous video where me and one of my friends, we went and did a Thumbtack, and it was all IKEA furniture. It was about, I think it was about 9 pieces, and it was supposed to take us about 7 to 8 hours, 8.5 hours to do these, put all this stuff together. Because IKEA has a time limit on everything that you put together. No power tools and all that stuff. So that's what makes the job go a little bit, because you got to use a manual screwdriver. Me and this guy went in there. He was like, "Man, I got all these jobs. Me and you come in here, do it together. I split it 50-50 with you." I think we ended up getting around close to like 750. What was it? No, it was like 750 or 850, one of them. And we got paid for the job. We split it down the middle. But the thing of it was, with me and him doing the job, we did it in about, I think it was 3 hours and 30 minutes or so. Because it was 2 people for one, and then for 2, we were using drills. We put the drills on the lowest setting that it can go and drilled it in. Once you set them up, they're good. Only time you strip them is when that power drill goes too far, because IKEA stuff is made relatively inexpensive, I could say. But the point of it was, we used that app to make that money. And like I said, it was almost like we was making like $100 and some change an hour just for doing that. So, but getting to the next one though, let's say you ain't got no car, you ain't got nothing to sell, you stay with your mama, you stay with your friend, you stay family, whomever you stay with, you can't sell none of their stuff, because the only thing you came to that house with is just a bed. I mean, just clothes. You have a bed in the room, dresser, all this stuff. Only thing you own in the room is the phone charger for your phone, and you own the clothes that you bring. You literally can't sell none of the stuff. You don't have a car. They're not going to let you borrow a car. What other option do you have? Let's go online. They literally have work from home you can do online. Apple has, all you need to do is get a headset. If you get a headset, you can work for any call center. All you need. Most companies, when you get hired on, depending on their standards, they will send you a headset. They will literally send you a headset. But other than that, all you need is a headset, and you literally can work that way. So, like I said, you ain't got no car for no Ubering. You ain't got no things you can sell. You ain't got no money to reinvest to sell for more money. Anything. All you need is a headset and a laptop. You have internet connection where you stay. On average, every household just about has internet connection. Even to the degree, if you're in a poverty-stricken area or circumstances to where your funds are not that high, Xfinity has a free program. If you receive food stamps, they have a program to where they can give you free internet. Free internet. If you have any government assistance, they have a program you can sign up for and get internet. Red in the building. What's going on? Red lipstick vibes. But there's literally nothing. And once again, let me remind everybody, Always, and keep reminding. Don't forget to drop your links. Yeah, I'm just making sure everybody got their wrenches because I want everybody to drop their link. K, I don't even know why they have you with no wrench. But everybody drop your links. Everybody, tell your channel. Like I said, we here stands for a reason. We are here to provide everybody with good information. I want to provide everybody with good information. Dr. Mark, drop your link, man. I'm always over there trying to catch you when I can, watching your videos, man. Drop your link, especially. Everybody drop your link. You know, to a degree, like I said, just moving on with the conversation. Like Apple is hiring. You literally, they have apps to where you can sit here and teach English in China, and they pay pretty well. Most of these jobs overseas teaching English pay started almost 25 to $36 an hour. That's starting. You know, if you're already in this field, you could be making like $42 an hour. Only bad side of it is, the time difference. You might have to teach at 12 midnight. Most of these things, like everything is evolving to where a lot of people can literally work from home. You have jobs and business. That's their whole biggest thing is to have all their employees work from home so it can cut costs. Don't you know there's one job that I was dealing with and we'll go around move people and stuff. This whole company shut down their main office, their branch, took everybody, sent them home, gave them all laptops, gave them all, things that they need to do their job. I'm talking about literally everything to the T to do their job. And you know what the biggest thing that they did that could suffice them? They cut down on the office. They cut down on that light bill, that water bill, that gas bill. They cut down on the supplies. Any supplies at your home, you have to get it yourself. You know, they can even provide you with a laptop or a desktop. They provide you with a printer if needed. In some cases, files of fax or save on your computer. You don't need a printer now. Majority of people who use printers, they literally have electronic faxing and filing. I remember when I was doing my transportation business, I used this service that gave me a 1-800 number. I can literally, yeah, remote jobs. Yeah. I can literally take this service. People can call me on this number. It's a 1-800 number. I can fax from that number and it goes directly to my email. Anybody send me a fax, it goes directly to my email. I can literally take an email and send it through that number situation, and it can fax it off to somebody. You know. So like I said, with the gig economy, all kind of ways. Hey, K himself with his channel, he literally is his own boss. He literally sometimes fires himself. On the channel, he literally fires himself. Then end up rehiring himself. That's the process when you the boss. You can do that to yourself. Take advantage of it. But with K, he went out, started a business for himself. You know, doing pretty well. He mentors, he help people, but the service that he provides, you know, just the training alone, it's like putting these situations for companies to take advantage, of training their people, training their staff. You know, K Business with his training just just promotes, to a situation where people can overall get ahead. There's companies that pay so much for people to get trained. Literally, you know, when you in the field, they'll sit there and say, well, No, prime example. One of my friends, he's in IT. Every 3 years or so, he say he has to go for his training. He's like, yeah, man, I gotta go for my training. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, man, I'm paying this every single time. Every single time I'm paying this. I said, okay. He said, man, but the thing is, anytime I pay for my training, it's about 600 and some dollars because I got to go to this training and it's got to be this specific training. I said, oh, okay. He said, but if I pay for the training, guess what? They'll sit there and reimburse me for all the expenses for my training. Let me make sure I pull enough money off for this thing. Let's see, 100, 200, about $300. And basically, my bad, taking this. So with the training, like you're able to, make more money in your field. And that's what a lot of people go through this training process so they can learn it. You know, a lot of companies, they don't have the time to sit there and train everybody to the T. They rather provide that service, outsource it, and they're good. And when it comes down to it, hey, the company benefits because they're putting more time into productivity, the performance piece. That's why they want you trained well. And in certain cases, you have the employees, they don't train properly. So therefore, you have one set company that trains every employee the same with no fault, no excuses, because all of them are trained to what? To the T. They'll sit there and literally say, okay, well, you need to be trained this way. So instead of letting Mark train you, or instead of letting, this guy train you, he's training you his way. Everybody gets trained up under them. And let's say this person is training everybody wrong. Now you got to find somebody else to train because the guy who's training, he's not training properly. So we're going into that effect. Everybody's going in with their own way of training. Now, let's say you have one business that trains you. When that business train you, they're going to train you to the T by the book, by the code, how everything's supposed to be. The company, they like that because everybody's not coming in different. Everybody's coming in on one unison, same device, way of thinking. And when it comes down to it, everything can be tweaked a little bit, but the majority of the time, everything that's going on right there is going to be mainly predicated on a certain standard in which that company wants for its employees. You know, so like I said, if you don't got a job, hey, like working from home, all you need is a laptop. In most cases, you don't even need a laptop. You know, let's say you want to do some jobs. Let's say you want to do stock. You have a little money, or let's say if some things. This is one of the ones I found that is funny but true. You can literally be a friend online. You can literally be a friend to someone online and get paid for it. That's the crazy part about it. Being a friend to someone online and getting paid for it. It's like $50 an hour. All you have to do is talk to people. Most of the time, you have a lot of introvert, shy people, don't know how to talk, don't know what to do. Sometimes they can't trust people, need a friend. And, when it comes down to it, they'll deal with you in a sense because you don't know me, I don't know you, but I just want to get something off my chest. I need somebody to talk to. You know how many times I literally talk to my cousins, talk to friends, and just the point of them let them get it off because as men, we typically don't just, man, I'm this, and man, I'm man, it's like everything is so overwhelming, and like, oh man, how can I just release some stress? How can I just get this out? It comes to a point where you say, man, enough is enough. Like, how am I gonna survive? How am I gonna do this? How is this gonna be that way? And then it ultimately does what? Goes into your psyche to where, man, I'm just so stressed out. That's when this play comes into where you have somebody to talk to. And you're literally getting paid to just talk to somebody, have a conversation with them. You're getting paid for that. You know how many people love that type of thing to where, man, all I gotta do is just, man, sit here and talk to these people, man, and everything's gonna be okay. I have literally somebody to talk to. They literally have apps to where you can sit here, negotiation. You could be the middleman in a deal, negotiate something for one person, then come back and provide a service for somebody else. You know, um, they got fiber and freelance. This is something that a lot of people are doing, and this is so crazy to where it makes so much money. I do not know how to edit videos, just say the least. I don't know how to do audio. I don't know how to fix pictures. Just saying I don't know how to do none of this stuff. I can go on Fiverr, find somebody that's looking to edit photos. Then I can go to another service to where somebody needs somebody to provide those services for them, and I could be the middleman and collect money from one person and send the edit things to another. I remember when I used to do club promotion, and I used to design my flyers, and I used to send them off, and the companies would be like, "Oh man, you designed this?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is how I particularly want it. I know you guys design flyers. I see how you design them. I went and found the software. I designed it myself. I particularly want it just like this." Or they would sometimes call me and say, "Well, what do you want? What do you need? What's in the photo? What do you need? What pictures? Do you depend on type of girls you want? What type of girls you want? How you want them to look? Put everything in there. They provide that service for me, and all I have to do to just sit there, get the pic, get them printed out. They'll send me a copy of them through my phone. I didn't need a laptop. They just say, okay, what's your phone number? I'm gonna text you the image of the flyer. Text me the image of the flyer. How it look? Oh, it looks good. Cool. I'm sending the flyers off. How about I've only used this company probably like 3 times because they were real cheap, and I was like, why are they so cheap than everybody else? And come to find out, this guy, he was literally buying the flyers through another company, and because he was getting them in bulk and buying so many through other people, he was getting such a massive discount to the point I was like, they're already cheap. How could they get any cheaper? He was just basically the middleman. Every package deal, he's making anywhere from 25 to like $200. The big packs were people were doing like 20,000 flyers and stuff like that. He was probably making $200-300 on those, probably more than that. But my small one, he was literally making that money. I was like, what in the world? Hey, eats. I gotta check your channel out. Let me. Well, I got a lay on my end, so I'm gonna check your channel out. But yeah, any ways you can make money. Like this guy was literally the middleman, and he was just making money off of. He would get us the designs, and he would do the designs himself, send it off to the company. They would print the flyers out because they charge for design. Now, if you're a graphic designer, that's easy. You just design the graphics, send it off to the people. They print it. They're not charging you for the graphic fee, which is like what normally $50 to $75 or $100 some. He's taking that charge right there, and then all they're doing is doing the printing. He was going through this company that just literally uh like Office Max or something. They was printing by cheap numbers. So I end up catching the spot that he was printing from, and I just went directly to them, designed all the stuff myself, and went around the middleman, I was saving like 150 every time. Cause I think on average I was spending like close to 200, 250 for my flyers to promote different clubs or artists and stuff. So I just deleted the middleman, you know. And it was crazy, like going into that situation. So many people, like there's so many little small jobs you can do. And then I'm gonna end with this because I gotta get ready to go to work myself. But one biggest thing that kind of stood the test of time with me that an old guy once told me, all my uncles, but mainly a lot of older guys told me as a young man, he was like, always have a truck. You'll always make money, you know. And with me making money with the truck, that's why I'd say the key. Hey, I'm gonna always try to keep me a truck, make money. I can move people. I can get the truck and literally, let me see if my camera. All right, camera on. I got this stuff this morning. I just picked up right here. This the wash and dry I was talking about right here. Selling it for 350. All my cousin wanted was 250 for the wash and dry. Throwing the chairs in if they don't want the chairs. I just donate them. But the thing of it is, that's just easy money for me, you know. And I'm finna get ready to go to work, make money at work. It's just a win-win. So, like I said, if you need money, it's no excuses. You know, go back and look at the video. Go back and look at the video in the description I put in there. Those apps, I literally have those apps out there to where you can make money with those apps. So, like I said, it's literally no excuses. When people try to make excuses for things, in my book, there's literally no excuses. You have what it takes to make money. Go ahead and make your money. And with that being said, shout out to everybody that came through here. Once again, my motto is we here and we gone.